She refused to attend the family Christmas celebrations, saying, "It's all such a boring event." I said, "I respect your choice." So I went alone. She was stunned when my mother gave the family jewelleries meant for her to my brother's wife instead. I, 34 male, have been married to Sophia, 32, for 5 years. My family does Christmas big, not expensive big, but tradition big. We're talking 3 days at my parents' farmhouse, cookie decorating competitions, white elephant gifts, board game tournaments, the whole 9 yards. Same traditions for 30+ years. Sophia attended exactly twice. First year dating, she was all smiles. Second year, she complained the entire drive home. After we married, she started finding excuses. Work emergency, sudden flu, her mom needed her. I covered for her every time. This year, she didn't even pretend. "I'm not going to your family's Christmas thing," she announced in November. "Okay, why?" "Because it's boring, Marcus. 3 days of forced family fun, your mom's ancient sugar cookies, your dad's same stories, that ridiculous ornament exchange. I'm a grown woman. I have better things to do." "Like what?" "Like enjoying my time off without pretending to care about your nephew's kindergarten play or your aunt's knitting projects." I stared at her. 5 years of marriage, and she just said it. "They're my family, Soph. And? That doesn't obligate me to waste my holidays." God, you'd think I was committing murder. "It's just Christmas." Here's what she didn't know. My mom had been planning something special. She'd pulled me aside at Thanksgiving, which Sophia also skipped, food poisoning, and shown me her mother's jewelry collection. Gorgeous pieces from the 1940s and 50s. Pearl sets, diamond brooches, sapphire earrings. Not worth millions, but priceless to our family. "I want to give these to the wives," Mom had said. "You, your brother Victor, and cousin Anthony are all married now. Christmas feels like the right time." I'd been excited to see Sophia's face. She loved vintage jewelry, always dragging me to estate sales. This would have meant everything. But now? "All right," I said calmly. "I respect your choice." She looked surprised. "Really? No guilt trip?" "Nope. You're an adult. Stay home if that's what you want." "Great. I'll probably hit the after Christmas sales, maybe get a spa day." "Sounds good." She seemed suspicious of my easy acceptance but didn't push it. I didn't mention the jewelry. Why ruin her spa day? Update 1. So I went to Christmas alone, told everyone Sophia had a work emergency. Mom looked sad but didn't comment. My brother Victor's wife Elena pulled me aside. "Work emergency on December 23rd? "Yep. Right. She didn't buy it, but she's cool. Didn't push." Christmas was amazing as always. My nephew performed his kindergarten play for us. He was a reindeer. My aunt taught Elena to knit. Dad told his stories. We decorated cookies, played board games until 2 a.m. You know, boring stuff. On Christmas morning, after presents, Mom brought out an ornate wooden box. "I have something special," she announced. "My mother's jewelry collection. She always said it should go to the wives who carry on the family traditions." She opened the box. Everyone gasped. Even I hadn't seen everything. The pearls were luminous. The diamonds caught the light perfectly. The sapphire set was breathtaking. "Elena," Mom said, "you've been part of this family for 3 years. Never missed a gathering, helped with every meal, learned all our traditions." She handed her a complete pearl set, necklace, earrings, bracelet. "These were my mother's favorite." Elena cried, like ugly cried. Hugged Mom for 5 minutes straight. "Anthony's wife gets the sapphires," Mom continued, "and for Marcus." She looked at me sadly. "I was hoping to give Sophia the diamond set. They're special. My mother wore them at her wedding, but since she couldn't make it..." "It's okay, Mom." "No, it's not." Her voice was firm. "These represent joining our family, being present, caring about our traditions. I can't give them to someone who finds us boring." She gave the diamonds to my cousin's wife, Maria, who also cried. I took pictures of Elena wearing the pearls. Posted them on Instagram with some generic "Merry Christmas" caption. Didn't think much of it. My phone exploded 2 hours later. "Sophia, what the hell is Lena wearing?" "Pearls?" "Your mother's pearls. Actually, they were Grandma's." "You know what I mean. Why does she have them?" "Mom gave them to her for Christmas. Those were supposed to be mine." "How would you know that? You weren't here." "I'm the eldest daughter-in-law." "Who's never here?" "I'm coming there right now." "Drive safe. We're playing Monopoly." She made the 3-hour drive in 2.5, burst through my parents' door like a SWAT team. Where's my jewelry? My mom, calmly shuffling Monopoly money. What jewelry, dear? The family jewelry, the vintage pieces. Marcus told me about them. I gave family jewelry to family members who were here for Christmas. You had a work emergency, didn't you? Sophia's face went red. That's not. Sit down, dear. Would you like some boring sugar cookies? I think we have some left from our boring cookie decorating. The room was silent, everyone staring. Sophia realized she'd just exposed her own lie. This is ridiculous, she muttered, then stormed out. I stayed for 2 more days. Best Christmas ever. Update 2. Sophia didn't speak to me for a week after Christmas. Just silent treatment and slamming doors. Fine by me, I had peace to think, but she wasn't done. Oh no. See, Sophia had a plan to get her jewelry back. It started with Elena. Elena called me, your wife is insane. What now? She offered to buy the pearls from me, showed up at my work with a check for $5,000. She did what? When I said no, she upped it to $8,000, said they were rightfully hers and your mom made a mistake. Please tell me you didn't. Of course not. But Marcus, she wouldn't leave. Security had to escort her out. She kept screaming about family hierarchy and seniority. Then Maria called. Same story with the diamonds. Sophia had ambushed her at school pickup, waving a check, demanding her jewelry. Other parents started filming. It went viral in our town's Facebook group. Crazy woman tries to buy jewelry off mother at school. But the real escalation came when Sophia went after my mother. I was at work when mom called, voice shaking. Sophia just left. Marcus, she threatened me. I left work immediately, found mom crying at her kitchen table. She said I humiliated her on purpose, that I always hated her, that I gave away her inheritance to spite her. Mom, I'm so sorry. She said she'd contest Grandma's will, said the jewelry was legally hers as your wife. When I laughed, I shouldn't have laughed. She said she'd make sure I never saw my grandchildren. What grandchildren? That's what I asked. She said future ones, and that she'd never let someone who disrespected her near her children. I saw red, but stayed calm. Did she say anything else? She wants the jewelry by New Year's or she'll take action. I don't even know what that means. I did. Sophia had been researching inheritance law. I'd seen the browser history. She genuinely thought she had a claim to family heirlooms. Don't worry, Mom. I'll handle it. Marcus, maybe I should just give her something to keep the peace. No, absolutely not. You did nothing wrong. That night, I came home to find Sophia with printed articles about inheritance rights, family property laws, and emotional damage in marriage. We need to talk about your mother, she started. We need to talk about you threatening her. I didn't threaten anyone. I informed her of my legal rights. What legal rights? To jewelry that was never yours? I'm your wife. I've been part of this family for 5 years. You've attended exactly 2 Christmases. You skip every holiday. You call our traditions boring. What family are you part of exactly? She slammed her laptop shut. I'm calling a lawyer. For what? Theft of marital assets. Your mother gave away property that belongs to both of us. I laughed. Actually laughed. Those were never marital assets. They were gifts to people who showed up. I'll make her regret this. That's when I knew this was over. You threatened my mom? We're done. But I didn't say that. I said, do what you need to do. She smiled, thinking she'd won. Started making calls the next day. 3 different lawyers. You know what all 3 told her? That she had no case. Gifts given to others aren't marital property. Family heirlooms given before inheritance aren't subject to divorce division. She was furious, but not defeated. No, Sophia had one more card to play. Update 3. Sophia decided if she couldn't have the jewelry legally, she'd take it through manipulation. Her weapon? A surprise pregnancy announcement. New Year's Eve, my extended family always does a potluck. Everyone comes. This year, Sophia suddenly wanted to attend. I thought our traditions were boring. I want to start fresh, she said sweetly. New year, new attitude. I was suspicious but agreed. Maybe she'd finally realized what she was losing. We arrived at my parents' house. Sophia was dressed perfectly, brought her famous lasagna, store-bought, but she'd transferred it to her own dish and smiled at everyone. Complimented Mom's decorations, laughed at Dad's jokes, helped Elena in the kitchen. I started to relax. Maybe she was actually trying. Then, during dinner, she clinked her glass. I have an announcement. Big smile. Marcus and I are expecting. The room exploded. Congratulations, hugs, tears. Mom jumped up to embrace her. Oh, Sophia, a baby, our first grandchild. Sophia hugged her back, then said loudly enough for everyone to hear, I'm so glad the baby will have family heirlooms to inherit. Right, Mom? My mother froze, but before she could respond, I stood up. We're not pregnant. Silence. Sophia's face went white. Marcus, what are you? Show them the test, the ultrasound, the doctor's confirmation, anything. It's early. I just found out. Really? When? Because according to my credit card, you bought tampons yesterday. Gasps around the table. Sophia's mouth opened and closed like a fish. You're tracking my purchases? No, I was checking our statement for the lawyer fees you've been charging. More gasps. Elena actually said, oh snap, out loud. Sophia tried to recover. I could be pregnant, you don't know. You're right, let's find out. I pulled out my phone. CVS is open. Let's go get a test right now. Prove it to everyone. That's insulting. What's insulting is lying about a baby to manipulate my mother into giving you jewelry. The room was dead silent. Sophia looked around for support. Found none. This family is toxic, she spat. You all worship traditions and things instead of people. No, my dad spoke up. We treasure family who treasures us. You've made it clear that's not you. Sophia grabbed her purse and stormed out. I didn't follow. Just sat back down and asked Elena to pass the potatoes. But she wasn't done. Not yet. The next day, January 1st, she sent a group text to my entire family. I'm sorry for yesterday. I'm not pregnant yet, but Marcus and I have been trying. The stress of being excluded from family traditions made me desperate. The jewelry situation has shown me I'm not considered real family. I've been nothing but supportive of Marcus and this family. I deserve better. My cousin Anthony responded first. Supportive? You told me my wedding was tacky. Maria, you said our Christmas traditions were for children and idiots. Elena, you offered me $8 for pearls that are priceless to this family. Victor, you called my son's kindergarten play torture. The receipts started flooding in. Screenshots of texts where Sophia mocked our family, voice memos of her complaining, even a video Elena had of Sophia at their wedding saying, I give them 2 years tops. Mom ended it with, you weren't excluded, Sophia. You excluded yourself. The jewelry went to women who chose to be here. Sophia tried damage control, called people individually, cried, blamed me for poisoning them against her. No one bought it. Final update. By mid-January, Sophia was in full panic mode. Her scheme had backfired spectacularly. The family she'd dismissed as boring had completely cut her off. No invites to Sunday dinners, no texts in the family group chat. Even distant relatives unfriended her on social media. She tried one last manipulation. I'll go to counseling, she offered. We can work on this. What's there to work on? Our marriage. I made mistakes, but you faked a pregnancy to steal jewelry. I didn't steal anything. I just wanted what was mine. Nothing was yours. You made sure of that by never showing up. She switched tactics. Fine. If we're getting divorced, I want alimony. Half the house, half your 401k. Okay. She blinked. Okay? Yeah, let's do this properly. See? What Sophia didn't know was that I'd been documenting everything since Christmas. The threats to my mom, the harassment of Elena and Maria, the fake pregnancy announcement, the lawyer consultations on her quest for jewelry. My lawyer laughed when he saw it all. She threatened your elderly mother over jewelry she had no claim to? Harassed family members at their workplaces? Faked a pregnancy? This is going to be quick. It was. Sophia got half of our marital assets, which wasn't much since she'd spent years buying designer clothes while I paid all the bills. No alimony. We'd both worked throughout the marriage. She kept her car, I kept mine. Sold the house, split the profit. The divorce finalized in April. I helped Mom plant her garden that spring. The whole family came for Easter. Elena wore her pearls. Maria wore her diamonds. Everyone was there, except Sophia, obviously. I ran into her at a coffee shop last month. She was with a new guy, loudly telling him about her toxic ex-husband's family and their cult-like traditions. They actually expected me to spend 3 days with them at Christmas, she said. Like I didn't have a life. The guy looked uncomfortable. 3 days sounds nice, actually. My family barely texts. Sophia's face fell. Well, it's different when you're forced. Marcus, the guy interrupted, noticing me. Marcus Chen? From the gym? Small world. Hey, Brody. Dude, how's your mom? She sent me that cookie recipe I asked for. Made them for my niece's birthday. Huge hit. Sophia went pale. You know each other? Yeah. Marcus's family basically adopted me last Thanksgiving when I mentioned I had nowhere to go. Coolest people ever. His mom's cookies are legendary, and that ornament exchange? Brilliant. I smiled. You should come to Easter. Mom would love to see you. Really? That'd be amazing. My family's all scattered. I'll text you details. Walked away while Sophia tried to explain why she'd divorced such a toxic family. Don't think that relationship lasted long. The best part? This Christmas, Mom had another announcement. She'd found more of Grandma's jewelry in the attic. A ruby set that had been in a separate box. These go to someone special, she said, looking at me. Someone who might join our family soon. I blushed. Been dating this teacher, Lucia, for a few months. She'd already been to 2 family dinners. Helped Mom cook, let my nephew paint her nails, even asked Dad to teach her his famous card tricks. No pressure, Mom winked. But when you're ready, they'll be here, for someone who wants to be here too. Lucia spent this Christmas with us, all 3 days, loved every minute, especially the boring sugar cookies and ridiculous ornament exchange. The jewelry can wait. We've got all the time in the world. And unlike Sophia, she actually shows up for it. Edit, since some asked, yes, the ruby set is even prettier than the others. Grandma had excellent taste. And yes, Lucia has seen it. Mom couldn't help herself. Lucia cried, hugged Mom, and said, someday I hope. Then beat us all at Monopoly. She's definitely the one.